ladies and gentlemen. Hello, you alright?
Yeah.
How's your Wednesday going? All good?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my name's Ian. I'm just going to clear up right from the beginning for you, though. Don't be fooled by my accent. I haven't come from a posh background at all. I have been with Benny. I was just joyriding at the time. But, no, but I actually come from quite a rough county state on the edge of Brighton. I do try to be very community-spirited, though, whilst I live there. I do. Going back quite horribly sometimes. So, some of my block of flats, they asked me to move some furniture once. I ended up getting arrested for being accessory to burglary. I just struck the neighbourhood watched everything for that. But overall, having said that, though, if you're living in Brighton itself, though, I mean, it's a very safe city, really. I mean, if you're ever the victim of crime down in Brighton, it's probably most likely due to a bike theft more than anything else. I mean, yeah, a lot of other towns, if you were to get into an altercation with the wrong person down a dark alley, you might be threatened that you won't be walking home later. Whereas the problem of being a victim of crime down in Brighton is you probably will be walking home later, I suppose. Way up really, isn't it? But yeah, but I love living in Brighton. I don't know if any of you have been to Brighton though, but it's a great place. I mean, it's the quirky, laid-back, bohemian, anything goes vibe of the place there, which I love. I mean, it wouldn't be unusual to see a fully grown man in a suit do their work coming on a skateboard around there. I saw someone coming on a penny farthing once, someone batting an eyelid. I actually had a work colleague arrive late in the office one morning saying, sorry, mate, a lot of congestion on the route in. I was saying, I thought the roads were pretty clear this morning. He said, I wouldn't know. I was doing parkour. I I went Nigel lately because they're in chivalry days. Apparently men aren't giving up their seats for women in public places as much as they used to due to the old modern day equality. I mean, me personally, I was brought up to always give up my seat for a woman. Sort of associated at musical chairs as a kid, really, but tough childhood. But I agree though, I reckon chivalry is dying these days. I do. I saw one bloke on the train recently. Actually, he was absolutely refusing to give up his seat for this pregnant woman who was demanded. He was sitting there going, look enough, I found the seat first. It's been a long day. I'm knackered, tough. She's going, oh yeah. Well, I've got back a bit pain and I'm feeling very nauseous right now. Plus, my doctor told me I shouldn't be standing up for long periods of time. Eventually, though, another passenger intervenes. Somebody the bloke is going, look here, love. It's not his fucking pregnant, is it? She's going, he's my fucking husband. If that's not a case of bringing back sugar, I don't know what it is. But what I actually do think they should bring back, though, is smoking in pubs. No, I do, even though I don't actually smoke. I can explain this because often I'll be talking to someone in a pub. All of a sudden they might go, do you fancy joining me outside? I'll go for a cigarette. No, not really. What is the point, though, in having a smoking ban to prevent non-smokers from dying from passive smoking? If the other smokers go outside for a cigarette, just take some non-smokers outside with them anyway. It's the only way, though. They're so desperate for a cigarette, they're too impatient to finish their conversation first. They don't do that for anything else, though. I've never known anyone in the pub sitting there go, well, you know, I always thought that Cristiano Ronaldo's better than Thierry Henry, mate, for the whole of their career. I just felt that during their time in the Premier League. Sorry, do you mind joining the toilet or go for a shit? I just it's very urgent, isn't it? But I am in my mid-40s now. What I'm finding though, whenever I'm catching up with my mates though these days, as they're getting older, the older they're getting, the more conscious they're getting now about not trying to dress up too youthfully for their age, particularly their body shape's changed a bit now. I met up with mate Terry for a pint a few weekends ago. One of the first things I did ask him was, I don't think you've been wearing those skinny jeans for them. As soon as I put on 2 stone, they were a boot cut when I first got them. I'm never happy in the skinny jeans. Like, even when I was younger, I mean, I'm fitted. But there's levels in there. I mean, there's one thing getting diagnosed with hemorrhoids by a doctor. It's quite another thing when you get diagnosed with hemorrhoids by a group of lads on a night out. When I went out, it's just waiting time, so. Another one of my friends, though, is our French. He don't half love Latin, no, don't he? Whenever he's referring to anything that's French cuisine, or even a French football player, it always has to be in a proper French pronunciation, but in the most overly French accent ever. It's never Thierry Henry, is it? Oh, no, it has to be Thierry Henry. I think even French people are like, what happened there? I can just swallow a fly or something, haven't they? But he's often correct to me, though. I can't ever say Eric Cantona of it. I'm stopping to go, it's not Eric Cantona, is it? In France, they all say Eric Cantona. I mean, that's all very well, I'm sure they do. The thing is, though, Steve, It's not in fucking France, are we? If I'm on the pub with the lads talking about football in my motley southern accent, going, football back in the 90s. The players really in those days are Andy Cole, Ian Wright, Alan Shearer. Let's I just worry if he's ever take his wife out for dinner with me, if he starts choking or anything, if he's just sitting there just going, the waiter going, oh my God, I think your husband needs help. He's ordering the wine, it'll be fine. That's all for me, so thank you very much. It's been a brilliant crowd.